Chinese Navy's latest batch of 052D destroyer mast top quietly upgraded 368 Type Fast Countermeasures radar, not only marking the generation of shipborne detection system, but also reflects the Chinese military-industrial system to deal with the modern naval warfare changes in the systematic breakthroughs. This began in 2021, radar revolution, with an annual average of 7 destroyers installed at the rate of reshaping the Chinese Navy's perception system, from 075 type amphibious assault ships to 076 type up and coming ships, from the 054B frigate to the latest batch of 052DM destroyer. 368 radar is a neural network, as fast as the infiltration of all types of main warships, building a new system of detection system, and the Chinese military-industrial system to deal with the changes of modern naval warfare. Various types of main battleships build up a three-dimensional early warning network covering low altitude, sea surface, and even underwater, replacing the 364 radar that has been in service for nearly 2 decades. The upgrade of the 368 Fast Countermeasures radar is by no means a simple replacement of equipment. 364, as a typical representative of mechanically scanned pulse radar, has a detection range of 18 kilometers and a dual coordinate detection mode, and when facing the AGM-158C stealthy antiship missiles, the window of response from discovery to interception is less than 20 seconds, which compels the Chinese Navy to break through the physical limits of traditional radar. The 368 radar adopts a double-sided rotating active, phased array design in X-band, and through the composite working mechanism of electronic scanning and mechanical rotation, it improves the detection accuracy to the level of 0.1 degree, and extends the discovery distance of the same type of target to more than 35 kilometers, which strives for a critical additional 30 seconds of response time for the close-in defense system. This change is directly reflected in the combat effectiveness. When Taiwan developed the Sea Sword Antelope, unmanned boat with 45 knots speed to break through the defense, 368 type radar can be 12 kilometers away from the completion of the identification and tracking. Guide Strait 20J helicopters mounted a KD-10 missiles to implement the preemptive strikes, compared with the old system, will be pushed out of the line of interception by 2.8 times. The power of the new radar not only stems from hardware upgrades, but also lies in its deep integration with the combat system. In the 054B frigate's integrated mast, 368 radar and quantum communication equipment data chain system constitutes a closed-loop radar target information acquired by eye-assisted identification within 0.3 seconds can be distributed to the ship's vertical hair system, unmanned aerial vehicles, and shore-based anti-missile positions. This detection, control, fight, integration capabilities in the South China Sea in 2024 joint exercises have been verified in the face of simulated 12 UAV swarm attack, equipped with 368 radar. 052DM destroyer commanded 6 attack 11 UAVs to implement the electronic suppression and synchronized guidance of the Red Flag 10 missile to complete the simultaneous interception of 6 targets. The whole process took only 43 seconds. It is worth noting that the radar rotation speed of 60 rounds per minute, with a double-sided array 240 degrees electronic scanning, can realize the omnidirectional 0.5 seconds refresh rate. This, mechanical plus electronic, composite scanning mode, effectively circumventing the pure phased array radar beam residence time limitations in response to the saturation attack on LRASM stealth missiles. The target refresh rate of the Burke-class destroyer Spy-1D radar faster than 2.7 times. 2.7 times. As Taiwan has made asymmetric warfare a core strategy, the deployment of the Type 368 radar is distinctly targeted. The radar's detection blind spot for sea-skimming targets has been reduced from 15 meters in Type 364 to 2 meters, and with the new sea clutter suppression algorithm, it can effectively identify micro-unmanned boats with a length of 5 meters and a draft of 0.8 meters. In the early 2025 East China Sea confrontation exercise, equipped with 368 radar 054B frigate successfully in 7 sea state, 8 kilometers away from the lock simulation of the Taiwanese Jiangxiang suicide unmanned boat group, guiding the 1,130 close-in guns to implement the shrapnel interception, a single projection of fire covering 200 times 50 meters of sea area. the efficiency of the destruction of the traditional model to enhance 4 times more far-reaching impact is the reconfiguration of the combat system through the shipboard radar, unmanned underwater vehicles and space-based infrared detection of the network. The Chinese Navy is building a radius of 150 kilometers of the anti-swarm kill chain, of which the 368 radar to assume the end of the 20 kilometers of precision guidance function. This layered defense model to make a single ship to resist saturation attack capability. This layered defense model makes a single ship resistant to saturation attacks and can handle up to 48 targets at the same time. Behind the radar upgrade is the overall evolution of the ship platform. 052DM destroyers are equipped with domestically produced CGT-25M gas turbines. The output power is increased to 35 MW, and the 368 radar's peak power is 6 times that of the 364 type due to the abundant power supply. This energy advantage is directly translated into combat effectiveness. When the radar works in the gaze mode, it can implement continuous beam parking in the key airspace, and the tracking stability of hypersonic targets is improved by 70%. It is worth paying attention to. A new generation of General Destroyer pre-research program shows that the 9,000-ton platform will be equipped with dual-band radar and 368 to form a complementary configuration. This configuration can make the stealth target detection distance exceeded 80 kilometers. With the all-fuel propulsion system of 30 knots of airspeed, the formation of found that destroy tactical advantage. The leap from 364 to 368 reflects the systematic breakthrough of China's military industry. The mass production of GOS-T, our components reduces the cost of active phased array by 60%, and the modular installation technology of radar mast, pioneered by Jiangnan Shipyard, compresses the replacement cycle from 45 days to 72 hours. This manufacturing revolution has supported a dumpling-like rate of launches. Between 2023 and 2025, a total of 19 ships of all types will have completed 368 radar upgrades, and it is expected that by 2028, a detection network will have been formed covering 120 main battleships. More far-reaching impact lies in the technology spillover. 368 radar derivatives have been applied to 052E type frigates, and export 054P, and its anti-salt spray corrosion design makes the radar in the South China Sea under high humidity environment MTBF reached 8,000 hours, 3 times higher than the original system. This reliability advantage is reshaping the international shipboard radar. This reliability advantage is reshaping the international shipboard radar market pattern. In this silent perception revolution, the Chinese Navy is 368 type radars the fulcrum, prying the intelligent transformation of the entire combat system. When the United States and Japan to accelerate the deployment of distributed kill chain, Chinese ships through the radar network to achieve the collaborative engagement capabilities, has been formed in the West Pacific. 200 ships of real-time data chain coverage. This quantitative to qualitative leap not only redefined the tactical boundaries of coastal defense, but also in the deep and distant sea game constructed a new type of electromagnetic power. In this 368 type radar woven Skynet, any attempt to break through the defense line of asymmetric threats will face from discovery to destruction of the full dimensional suppression.